A major shakeup for the St. Joseph School District continues. In a closed-door session earlier this week, the Board of Education voted to place Superintendent Dr. Fred Czerwonka and Chief Operating Officer Rick Hartigan on paid administrative leave. Adam Walsh joins us from the newsroom tonight to discuss the vote and the district's next move. Adam?
That's right, Bob. A pretty big move, to say the least. I'm here with Steve Boer, columnist for the News Press, who's been covering this issue, the school district's controversial practices, since it began last spring. And Steve, it's kind of been a move that we've been expecting. We've seen it coming. But why did the Board of Education put Dr. Czerwonka and Mr. Hartigan on leave?
Well, Adam, let me see if I can clear something up for viewers. I don't think this had anything to do with the state audit. The state audit was delivered to the school district and the board on Friday, and I think it's a little soon to be able to dissect the findings of that audit and then make personnel moves based on that. I think instead that this came from an update that was given by an attorney named Joe Hatley. Joe Hatley has been tasked by the school board to investigate whether Mr. Czerwonka, Dr. Czerwonka, and Mr. Flowers retaliated against Bo Musser, which led to his lawsuit. But the board told him that if you find anything else, please let us know. Well, last Friday, Mr. Hatley updated the board, and whatever was contained in that update, I've been told has been led to those actual personnel moves on Tuesday.
So both men placed on paid administrative leave. Ideally, they could come back and get their jobs back.
They could. This is paid administrative leave. I imagine what will happen, and I'm not really familiar with the process, but at some point, Spencer Fain will issue a final report on the findings of Mr. Hatley, and at that time then, their fates will be decided. I don't know how long that'll take, and I don't know when that'll be. I would hazard a guess to say that to have both administrators restored, those chances seem pretty remote.
Now, earlier we spoke to Todd Brockett, a member of the local representation of the NEA, and he talked a little bit about morale amongst the teachers.
Morale among the teachers is good. The teachers are tough, and it's what we do. And it's not like a soldier. You fight for the person next to you. We teach for the person next to us. And what occurs on top, in some ways, has very little effect on us. We don't see Dr. Czerwonka. We don't see Mr. Hartigan. He was in my building once last year. And we teachers do it for the students. That's who we do it for. Now, on the other hand, to see these people making these enormous sums of money and now we're having these issues, that is an issue for the teachers. And they want to see justice. They want to see equal treatment. That's what we want.
Now, Steve, you talked to Mr. Brockett as well. What's your reaction kind of about what he said, what he talked about?
Well, I think Todd was right on. I think that teacher morale. There's been this controversy swirling around the school district administration, and yet those teachers, those people that go in and every day they try and educate kids, I think their morale is pretty solid. I think they're the real heroes in this whole situation because they go in, they're dedicated, they do their jobs. And I'm sure that they'd like to see this controversy end as soon as possible. But I think teachers are tough, and they teach.
For now, Dr. Jake Long has been voted in as the interim superintendent. And the million-dollar question is, what's the next move?
Well, there's actually another closed school board meeting scheduled for 8 a.m. tomorrow over at the district offices. What that meeting is about, nobody seems to know. In fact, to be honest with you, Adam, I don't think a lot of the board members know exactly what this meeting is about. So this is the tip of the iceberg. There's more moves that will come. There's probably more information that will be released, and then next summer, allegedly, the FBI finishes its investigation, and we'll know where everything stands then.
All right, thanks, Steve. Well, we're going to be at that meeting at 8 a.m. tomorrow. You can look at newspressnow.com for more information or in tomorrow's edition of the News Press. Bob, I'll send it back to you.